Oil balloons have been floated about what's in, what's out, what's capped, what's not. Karen Travers, ABC News White House correspondent, joins us. Good morning, Karen Travers.
Good morning.
When are they going to release this?
Tomorrow is now the plan. It was supposed to be today. And last night, there was a bit of a scramble. The House and Senate was meeting. And they said the
Don't know what's wrong with her phone.
released the bill on Thursday, but they're pleased with their progress. They remain unstable. This moving next week. But, it's one day. Like, who hasn't pushed something off by one day in their personal life? But right now on Capitol Hill, one day is actually a pretty big deal because the White House has set what they're calling an aggressive timeline. They want the House to pass a tax bill by Thanksgiving, just a couple weeks away, the Senate to follow right after that. And the president yesterday is talking all about the big tax event he's going to have at the White House. He's already inviting people to the bill signing ceremony for a bill that hasn't been released yet. And we don't know a lot of details about what's in it. What are the changes to private investment? What are the potential changes to the home mortgage tax credit? And, other state and local tax deduction issues. We don't know. This has all been very much done in secret. And then once that bill comes out on paper tomorrow, that's the game plan, and it's in black and white, that's when you start seeing lobbying groups, some Republicans, some Democrats, other interest groups jumping in and picking it apart, and that's when it could get messy.
Yeah, one of the things I know a lot of people in the Midwest are watching is the capping of the 401k, which is getting a lot of consternation. What's the latest on that?
They're considering it still. Republican leadership was not going to rule out changes to the 401k investment program. Essentially, you have up to, $18,000 is tax-free, and
right.
They would reduce that to maybe only about $2,500. The president last week sending a lot of mixed messages on this. First saying in a tweet, no changes to 401ks. Then later saying, maybe it could be used as a negotiating tool. And then literally in the next sentence saying, but there are things that are too important to be used as negotiating chips, and 401ks are one of them. I think the sense is that there'll have to be some compromise with Republicans who are writing this tax bill. They're not going to do what the president says of no changes, because they need to look for ways to raise revenue, because this bill, such as it is right now and what we know about it, could add about $1.5 trillion to the deficit over 10 years.
Yeah, it sounds like, Karen Travers, if you're reading the tea leaves, they keep delaying this. They keep saying it. They keep delaying it because they're afraid to ultimately release it, because when they do, then they're going to open themselves up for all sorts of criticism.
Right, and it seems silly, but it's like you're preparing a song that you're going to sing for your family at a party, and you're just so nervous. And once you do, that's when everybody can weigh in on whether it was good or bad. And it's kind of like this right now. Like, all these details are being kept so secretive because they know how swift the reaction's going to be. But at some point, this bill's got to come out. And the president, now Wednesday, they're going to release this tomorrow. The president leaves for Asia on Friday, and he's gone for 11 days. He says that the work will not stop while he's gone. Cabinet members are going to be going across the country to drum up support, do a lot of local media, talk to regular Americans to get them on board. But it's different. It's not the president talking about the issue every day, putting pressure on lawmakers.
Boy, you bring up a great point. He said that he was going to get out of Washington and sell this tax plan, and if he wants to redo taxes for the first time in 40 years, he's going to release the plan and then go to Asia for 2 weeks?
Yeah, and it's not even him releasing the plan. It's the House Ways and Means Committee who's writing this. And, back a couple of weeks ago, we were told that the president was going to maybe travel to like a dozen states in the September, October months to get out and talk about taxes. A lot of things take over the narrative, and he didn't do that as much as they said he was going to.
Karen Travers, ABC News correspondent at the White House. Karen, thanks for checking in. Talk to you tomorrow.